How dare you?
Stop being a bitch.
Look at that. First time. Started with that.
Wow, groundbreaking stuff.
Groundbreaking,
Stuff.
man. This is how we do, baby. Season 8, episode 11 of the Evening Juice with Lemon City Live. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, making us a part of your Tuesday night. Thank you, Achilles. Here's to you, Gussie. Cheers
thanks.
to you. I am got my nice cold little beverage here, my Miami FC. Oh, there's Gussie. Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out with us, joining us, hanging out. If you're listening later on the podcast, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like, share, do all that good stuff. And if you're watching us on Twitter, participate in the chat, hang out. Same with Facebook. And a big thank you to our YouTube streaming partner, the 5 Reasons Sports Network, for making us a part of their audience and their network. Thank you guys for hanging out.
We might get some halftime heat people by accident.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, we got some halftime heat action coming in later.
Yes,
always count on that.
Pump the numbers, baby.
Hell yeah! See, my man knows what's up. All right, but first off, like we always do, well, just to let you know, today on today's show, we got the big news that broke this weekend, which was this whole Tom Brady unretiring. I know you guys. I will ask you this: is it more shocking? Oh, and also big shout out to Dennis, who's back. Serving, he's on the IL still. He's on the mend. He's a violent sleeper.
He's on the 60-day IR.
He's on the 60-day IL. But you know what? He's here. He's hanging out. He's part of the team. And at the same time, he's still an Emmy Award-winning producer. So, of course,
all time. Can't take that away from him.
Can never take that away from him. So
you can take away both his arms, but you can't take away that.
Exactly. You're never going to take away that award. So shout out to Dennis hanging out behind the scenes. On today's show, we're going to talk about the big news, the Brady stuff. We're actually, the more fascinating news about this whole Brady controversy was this Brady football auction for the last touchdown pass that happened, which to me was that was the A block for me this whole weekend. That's what I was just fascinated with. And instead of speculating like we normally do and being totally factually unfactual, we're going to be a little more factual today. So we've actually requested some legal advice here, some professional advice from an actual attorney who's going to be joining us, Daniel Ferrer, Esquire. He's going to be joining us here shortly to give us.
Is that a new character you're doing, Adam, where you're going to put on a judge's robe and I know about the law?
Right, it's we'll see. Stay tuned. And then it's officially bracket season. It's that time of year. We're gonna have our yearly bracket group that we do. Last year was a good time, even though we had a guy try to infiltrate at the end. And
that's because you had it public instead of private.
Yeah, it's so we had that guy. We're gonna make sure we cover our ass a little better this time. But we're gonna have our bracket. We're gonna announce our prizes for whoever wins it, and it should be a good time. And then we're gonna break down the first bracket of the year, the breakfast cereal bracket. I'm fascinated by this. I want to see. I think with the 3 of us here, we can actually decide which one moves on. We have a proper vote here, so we'll break that down. But anyway, let's get started. First thing we do every episode here is the best juice, your weekend juice, and your weekend phonies out there. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I got my juice.
Give it to me.
My lemon juice over here. It's bro. I kind of had to go with Victor Oladipo, man. He's stuck.
Solid.
He's stuck with that Heat culture this whole time. A lot of lesser men would have given up and gone, to I don't know, whoever was gonna throw money his way. But no, bro, he's stuck with it, and now he's getting some minutes. He's contributing. He's gonna get a ring at the end of the season because the Heat are gonna win the championship, and he's gonna be a contributor.
I like that confidence.
That's right, baby. Heat and 3. Heat and 3. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
All right. So we got. So Oladipo, that's definitely that's a juice that gets sweeter and sweeter every time I see it. It's really only getting better.
And like Gus said, he's been a great teammate the entire time he's been here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even though he's only played like 10 games.
I know.
He has been the consummate fucking Heat culture guy since day one. He's always having fun on the sidelines. He's always working hard. Like, God bless him.
Solid. All right.
2 snaps and your back feeling low.
Yeah.
Very appropriate. All right.
Always is.
All right. So what do we got next? Achilles, you want to go?
All right, I'm gonna pull an Edwin, and I have a tie for Juice.
Yes.
So,
David, what do you got?
Obviously, you can see in my name, F1, super juicy, great season of Drive to Survive. Season kicks off this Sunday, or really on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm just very excited it's back.
Okay.
This is going to be the first one where I'm from day one till day whatever. Last time I was a couple races late.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take in the whole experience, and I cannot wait. It's going to be great. And then the other one is Hard Mountain Dew. Oh, I finally got some.
Oh, yeah.
At Publix.
It's a problem.
Every time, ever since it came out, every time I go to Publix, I go by the beer aisle just to see. And I was like, and I was looking, like I was at my cart in the line already looking. Like, oh. And in my head, I'm already like, no, it's not there. I was like, got a box.
Nice.
Cracked open a Baja Blast. It was delicious.
So it's in the beer section?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they have all like the it's like where the seltzers are. But oh my god, bro, it was so delicious. It's like it doesn't have sugar, but it doesn't taste like a weird sugar-free drink. Okay. And you cannot taste the alcohol at all.
That's dangerous, bro.
Like, not even a little bit. That shit.
What percent is it?
Mountain Dew, 5%.
5%.
5? Okay. Yeah, like all the other seltzers. All right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, that's dangerous, bro. Especially for me that I stopped drinking so long ago, dude. That's like the gateway drink, just to get me back into, all those old drunken, disastrous days of the past, bro. Old drunken sailor days that I don't want to revisit.
So F1 and Hard Mountain Dew, very juicy.
Solid.
Nice.
I like it. All right. My juice is going. I had to write this out, bro, because I had to formulate my thoughts here. This is a posthumous juice in the afterlife to the one and only Razor Ramon, a.k.a. Scott Hall. One of my favorite wrestlers. Passed away yesterday, way too soon. He's in my top 5. That's a top 5 wrestler. Both characters are in there. So, you know what I mean? It's just, to me, it's the best. Hopefully he's finishing off some jobbers in Jabroni, wherever he is out there with the Razor's Edge or the Outsider's Edge, tagging in Macho Man, Andre the Giant, Ultimate Warrior. They're having a big battle royale. I'm hoping for that. But this one's to the legend who left us a little too early, and but did leave us with these great words to remember him by, which is hard work pays off, dreams come true, bad times don't last, but bad guys do, which is the best, dude. Come on, the bad guy, the best fake Cuban guy from Miami gimmick ever. He
was better than anyone in Scarface.
No, better, way better. Al
he was
better.
Yeah, bro. Better than Al Pacino at being Cuban.
Dude, that guy was better than me at being Cuban, bro. Like, come on. The guy was legit as hell, man. So to me, it just it's for you, Scotty, man. That was my dude. I was really bummed out about that, but a little afterlife juice there.
Strolled into Opalaka, bro. Just strolled in there.
So the story on that photo shoot goes. I remember I was listening to an interview with him and Stone Cold, and they asked him, how did the gimmick come around? And he's like, all right, well, I went back to WWF, or he finally got into WWF, spoke to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon said, well, what do you think? And he's like, have you ever watched Scarface? And he's like, no. And he's like, all right, well, this is what I'm thinking. And he tells him, and he's like, I like it. Vince McMahon flies him to Miami with a camera crew, no permits, no nothing. Just said, go out there, shoot some promos, do some stuff, get him dressed. He gets dressed in the fuchsia pants with the gold shades. They rent a car for him. They go out there and he's doing this stuff. They take him to Opalaka where he's standing there on a stoop somewhere with the kids there, and it's beautiful, bro. It was just beautiful. The guy did everything. He hung out at the Domino Park in Little Havana, did the whole, cut all the promos there that they would show for the next year pretty much, and it was phenomenal, dude. So all thanks to Vince McMahon and Scotty Hall there to come up with that, dude. That was great. All right, phonies, what do you got?
Oh, Tom Brady, bro. Get out of here. Fuck out of here, Tom Brady.
That doesn't count. It's Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Kyrie. They live. They're permanent phonies. They're in the phony.
All right. I'm gonna go with the Steelers signing Mitch Trubisky, bro.
What
the fuck? Fuck.
We don't know who they're going to draft. They need a backup.
I know. I actually like the Trubisky move. I'll talk about it later. I think it's a good move for them.
The guy is terrible. He's terrible.
He's honestly, he's the only quarterback in the league that has so many minimum number of passes without ever throwing a pick six. Our boy.
Overrate that. And the Super Bowl winner throws them every 5 minutes.
I know. I'm not overrating. I just thought that was fascinating.
So it's Pro Bowls and pick sixes. That's how you judge.
Look. Hey. All I was saying was I was fascinated because I would have associated him with being terrible, like the way Gus says. But when I heard that stat, I was like, wow, that's kind of a not terrible stat. That's pretty good. Oh. And he has a winning record. He's been to 2 playoffs. Like, that's not bad. Maybe he's still something there.
He's not great. He's not great.
I'm not saying he's great.
Serviceable.
Yeah. I think he's better than Big Ben at this point, where Big Ben was last year. I think this is an upgrade for the Steelers.
Bro, that guy throws more ducks than that dog in Duck Hunt.
This is horrible. Get out of here. All right. So Achilles, you're going with Brady then, and the whole.
No.
Okay. What do you got?
That's too easy. But I have to say it. My Auburn basketball Tigers, most gigantic phonies of the weekend possible.
Oh man!
Oh my God! Well, just to start, towards the end of the season, we're playing a little, and then they're the number 1 seed in the SEC tournament, first round bye, take on the play-in team, Texas A&M, and I've never seen a more thorough ass kicking in my life in any sport. Man, I've never seen a great team get just absolutely demolished.
Was it shocking?
What was the score?
It was close at the end because Wendell Green, one of our guys, got real hot from 3. But other than that, they were down 16 to 20 points the whole game. The number 4 team in the country taking on unranked Texas A&M and getting smacked. The Auburn basketball Tigers went 3 for 20 from 3 in the first half. They built the Great Wall of China with the amount of bricks they were fucking throwing up.
Look at that, dude.
Brutality. So they deserve to be called the phonies, but the tournament's here. It's a new day, and we're going to win national championship. But they still deserve to be yelled at because that was I've never seen anything that terrible in my life.
At least they can beat the Mongolians.
That's pretty bad. All right, my phony is not. Nothing really. I mean, I knew there was going to be some low hanging fruit, but I thought something that really stood out to me was there was an Oklahoma City Thunder against Memphis game, and somehow I think it was in OKC, and they both wore the same white uniforms, and they didn't realize it until they got to the court and the game was about to start. You had to delay an NBA game because the equipment managers nobody realized that both teams are wearing basically the same white uniform.
People got fired for that.
Someone got fired, so I figured, that's pretty phony. I've never seen that. I've seen maybe one guy wear like the wrong shorts, or he put on the wrong jersey. I've seen that happen, but they dressed the whole entire team and never bothered to think that the other team was wearing that. And then it was OKC who had to go back, delay a game. That's like as phony as it gets, bro. So
is that the away team's fault?
What's that? I don't know. I think that goes on the home team.
I don't understand how it's possible because these are things, as someone who's worked in sports, these are things you have to turn over to the other team in advance. Like, this is some NPSL shit that would happen. And it still didn't happen in the NPSL because it's outrageous that this would happen.
To me, that was shocking. I was like, wow, we're literally, because, it takes a lot to delay an actual sporting event. It's usually weather. That's the only thing that'll delay it. But here they are. And the picture is hysterical. Like, all the teams are getting out onto the court, and they're just staring at it. It's the Spider-Man meme, and everybody like, wait, you're wearing white, I'm wearing white, you're wearing white. It's crazy, dude. So super fail on Oklahoma City and Memphis. I don't know who's at fault there, but everybody looks bad in this situation. What?
Who lost the game?
Oh, I don't know. All that matters is I'm
going to assume it was Oklahoma City. I'm just going to
probably.
I think it's safe to assume.
Then they're at fault.
Taylor said the juice for the week for him is Tom Brady, and his phony is everyone booing Tom Brady. I'll respect that.
Of course you will. The two of you. I have so many Brady lovers in my life. It's disgusting.
All right, bro. It was just I got PTSD from getting beat by Brady so long that now I'm like Stockholm syndrome, and I just I appreciate it a little bit differently now.
Eternal hate. and fire that will never die.
All right.
You're just soft.
I'm fine. Say what you will. Say what you will, but I know what I am. I'm a lot happier than you, I think. I don't take these things so bad anymore. But anyway, all right. Let's talk about the big news. All right. So Brady unretires real quick here. What's more shocking? What was more shocking? Brady retiring or 2 months later, Brady unretiring? Because Twitter blew up, for a good chunk of the day there after the Brady news came back, but what for you guys was more shocking?
The unretiring.
The unretiring
Definitely more
for you?
Of course. Why is it shocking that a 40-plus-year-old man is going to retire? That wasn't shocking at all.
About the retirement, dude. I was he was saying that he was going to play till 45, and he led the league in passing last year. Like I was like, he didn't get hurt. I don't know. To me, that was more shocking,
bro. He's got to have some internal bleeding. Like he's a football quarterback in the NFL.
It doesn't matter.
He never gets hit, bro. Like he got hit once.
The rules of the game of football, the way it will be played till the end of time, have been altered to make sure he doesn't have internal bleeding.
It's true.
100%. That is true. That is true.
Because there was actually Taylor says I'm shocked that he's unretiring and staying in Tampa Bay. There was actually talk about him potentially there. Okay, so he was spotted in Manchester on Saturday?
Oh God, hanging out with another boar.
Yeah, I know. This was Gus's favorite thing was Ronaldo and Tom Brady talking to each other, and Gus just losing his mind.
Cheers. Both of them out. But they both need to retire and move to an island and never be heard of them again.
Well, here's the thing:
hang out with each other.
Here was the little conspiracy theory that was going on. All right, was that homeboy was over in Manchester because the owners of Manchester United also own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that he was negotiating a buyout of his contract so that he could unretire and go play for his childhood favorite team, the San Francisco 49ers, who need a quarterback now. That was a rumor that was picking up a lot of steam.
That seems illegal. I thought when you retired, you had to wait a year before you came back.
No, I don't know. I
mean, if you officially retired, I thought that was like a rule in the NFL.
Well, it might have been like a retirement that doesn't go into effect until like the calendar, or is it the...
Whatever, I'm just saying.
Yeah, there was some stuff there. Again, so I was listening to that, and then the video of Ronaldo asking him point blank, so you're finished? And Brady goes, like he made that face. I was like, this son of a bitch. And then the next day, obviously, he comes back. But with that being said, though, right before, like about 3 hours before it officially blew up Twitter and blew up the internet that he was coming back, there was a big auction that happened, right? For the last touchdown pass thrown in his career, which was thrown to Mike Evans against the Rams in that playoff game against Mike Evans, and he was the last guy to catch it. He gave it to a fan. That fan, in turn, contacted an auction house and was like, yo, let's make some money here, bro. I got a football. I want to sell it. It was sold. I believe, when did he retire? Sunday, right? Yeah. So he retired on Sunday, or unretired, sorry, on Sunday. The auction sold for the ball for about $513,000. 3 hours later, the ball that was advertised as his last touchdown in the NFL ever, right? He announces that he's coming back. So now it got me thinking, like, dude, this is crazy. This is like the worst case. There's got to be some insider trading. I don't know what's going on here. There's just everything just seems horrible for the person who just spent all this money.
No way, dude. It's like that Banksy where at the auction it was there and no one knew it had the shredder under it, and then it shreds and then it's worth even more money.
Okay,
are you kidding me now? That ball has a story now, bro.
But it has a story, but
it doesn't matter.
Banksy's rare. Banksy's a rare thing. You can't get like go in and buy it, but he's gonna throw another touchdown pass and it's gonna look just like that ball.
But it doesn't matter. He retired once, and now everything that he does from now on is not nearly as valuable as what he did before he retired the first time.
See, I think you're totally wrong on this. Totally wrong on this. But anyway, the good thing is we don't have to speculate as far as what kind of legal options and avenues this guy has, because let's bring on we got somebody here joining the show here. We actually have a real attorney here. on retainer. I think that's the right term that they use here.
I understood that I'm supposed to get paid at some point.
We will discuss after the show.
Yeah, 100%.
We got.
Okay.
I'll talk to our sponsors.
Yeah.
So
NFTs and Miami coin only though. So
yeah, we got a lot of it.
I think I owe you money. Yeah.
So Daniel Ferrer, Esquire, at our service here, a real attorney, passed the bar, practicing law. Now I don't know if auction house sales disputes is his area of expertise here, but I figured he would know better than most of us. Now, I'll share my personal experience here. I actually caught a baseball from Barry Bonds years ago. I waited a couple years before, when I knew he wasn't going to come back. Like specifically, when I caught the ball and I spoke to the auction house, they said, hey, let's wait to make sure he's like retired. And it wasn't until like a year later because he never officially retired. It was like nobody signed him, in 2008. And then that's when we were like, all right, I think it's time to move. And we did it. And we put the ball up there for sale. So I can't imagine me being the seller at this point, selling the football and then having that ripped away from me. You know what I mean? So Daniel, you've looked this over. You've kind of done a little bit of homework here. What do you see? What does this guy have any case here?
Yeah. So it's interesting because on the one hand, it's maybe in any investment, a huge part is timing, right?
Yeah.
In anything, whether it's stock, crypto, if you're, brave enough to get in that space, and sports memorabilia. I don't even have to tell you, Edwin, you just said it, right? So timing is a huge part of it. And this poor schmuck, I mean, to the minute, had he just taken a long bathroom break, he might have avoided all this pain. So on the one hand, there's that. On the other hand, the idea that maybe a Tom Brady fan was hurt in all of this brings me a modicum of joy.
Yes.
That I think we can all, as long-suffering Dolphin fans, I think we can all appreciate.
Well, except for Edwin, who's in love with him. But
listen, I told you it's PTSD. I'm in love with Joe Burrow, and it's I'm waving the flag for Tua here.
Joe Burrow and Tua just fell right back in the basement.
I know. I was excited. I'm not.
There's a thin line between love and hate, Edwin. So I get it. So you're this person, and you just spent all this money, and like you said, it was purported to be the football that was thrown for his last touchdown to Mike Evans, right?
Yes.
It gets sold. You pay $500K, $515K. Then you find out he's unretiring. Is there a legal case to be made here? So spoiler, no, probably not. But if I'm thinking,
but this is America.
But this is America.
Come on,
right?
Yeah, man. People get away with a lot of stuff here. I gotta imagine there's like something here that you can finagle here.
Listen,
what do we got?
You can throw anything. Yeah, and this person probably has some deep pockets. So I'm assuming they can afford some lawyers that will charge them to just throw spaghetti on the wall, right? Just whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think, maybe you take a swing at like some kind of, because you need a legal justification to break what is now a contract, right? You have an agreement with these people. And I'm not privy to the terms, obviously, of whatever the auction house agreement was.
Okay.
I actually would be really interested in seeing if they have some provision that would speak to this, right? Like what happens if this,
I looked into a little bit of this, and what I found out is, so you have to be prior screened. Like you have to show like proof that you can afford what you're going to bid on when it gets to a certain level. And, when you were talking hundreds of thousands of dollars here, it can't just be me going up there. Yeah, I got it. And I don't have anything, I know that you also have 30 days to pay or they'll charge you. But that's what I was assuming was for something small because, I don't think unless you got that black Amex, I don't really think you can charge more than like $250,000.
I don't know. I think you're right. I don't know that he's actually paid anything yet, which makes this really interesting. But you would need some kind of legal justification to break the deal. Maybe he could argue there was some mutual mistake of fact where both sides had this assumption that this fact, and it has to be a material fact, right? The basis of the deal was one way, and then you find out that it's not, something changes, and basically the whole reason you got into the deal is now moot. Or in the same vein,
moot. That's a good lawyer term, right?
That's
there.
A law school term.
That's
yeah.
You know what?
Moot.
For that, give you a point for that one. That was
Thank
good.
you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to use it in any sentence I can.
I'm gonna use it tomorrow. Don't worry.
Right.
I gotta let it marinate a little bit.
Or you know what? Say in that same vein, frustration of purpose, right? You as a buyer maybe are let off the hook because something material, some kind of event, unforeseen thing happened, and then it rendered the purpose moot, right?
Ah, there you go.
And now you feel like you're excused from performing, which means paying in this case.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, you can make those arguments, but ultimately, I think that it puts it in a weird spot because at the time that he bought this football, everything was absolutely true, right? It was the last touchdown football that he threw, right? Mm-hmm. So that was not like there's any. It still is.
Technically, it still is.
And by the way,
it still is. Yeah.
If he doesn't want to perform because he thinks that's not the case anymore, what if Tom Brady gets horrifically injured? I'm not wishing this, but what if in the first game?
But okay.
Or
just has a change of heart. But I see where you're going.
But if in game one, right, he takes the snap, he drops back and he gets clobbered by whomever. I don't care, right? Mm-hmm. Whomever. If that happens and he never throws a touchdown, so then it would still be the case. So there's too many variables here. And I just feel like because at the time he bought it, it was absolutely, there was no misrepresentation there. The only thing that he can hope for, and I think, Edwin, you alluded to it, did the auction house, or were they in cahoots, right, with Tom Brady? Mm-hmm. Or did they know something about this kind of impending announcement? And if so, maybe try to rush the sale to avoid any dip in price.
Yeah.
If they're then okay, maybe you have a fraud claim, and then maybe you don't have to pay anything because it was fraud. But short of that, and I don't know that there's anything like that. I mean, at that point, you're really Johnny Cochraning it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if the glove doesn't fit, so.
Could I make a case though? Or come to an agreement if I was the buyer? Because here's the other thing. I'm not feeling too bad about this because if you can spend $500,000 on a football, I think you got pretty good money. That I'm not feeling too bad if you get stuck with this purchase. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think a guy whose net worth is $600,000 is putting all of his wealth and everything that he has into this one football. You know what I'm saying?
You would do it.
I would, because if I had it, I'd throw all my money into that. But my question is, could there be some type of arrangement? I don't know if this is crazy, but where the seller says, look, hey, I'll wait to pay until he throws. If he throws another pass in the NFL. And it's another touchdown, then I can get out of this. But if he doesn't, I'll wait. And once he does pass, then I'll pay then.
But see, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, because then it's, to me, when I hear that, it's like, okay, where does the line stop? Because at one point, let's take the touchdown record, right? The all-time touchdown record was it Brady, Breeze and Manning, right?
Yeah.
So at one point, Manning did Manning break it before Breeze then break it, which then Tom Brady? I don't know what the order was. But in any event, if Manning threw a pass that then broke the touchdown all-time record, that football means that, right? But you're not guaranteed that someone isn't going to come and just break that.
That's
record.
True. Yeah.
So, or if Tom Brady didn't come back in 2 days, which makes it all the sweeter or more painful, depending who you ask. What if it was 5 years from now and he goes, you know what? I want to be 50. And be the first quarterback to come back after that long, and then technically speaking, you're still. Are you owed a refund at that point?
Yeah, that's true. That son of a bitch would do something like that.
Yeah. This is just like that movie, Mr. 3000 with Bernie Mac.
Okay. I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna have to have to IMDb that later. I'm not sure.
But Edwin, bro, you're just a really bad businessman. Like, I feel bad for the guy.
No, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad at all. The complete opposite. I don't feel bad for that. I'm saying I would feel bad if it was me. But that guy, no, screw that guy.
That's an accurate photo too.
There you go.
Now here's something like this could, and I've seen this floated around. Could this get resolved outside of court in that maybe there's incentive for the auction house to void the deal themselves? For several reasons, right? It's hit the news, right? So there's a PR element to it. Ooh. There's maybe a sense of this is kind of not fair, even though also like, well, that guy's rich, so fuck him, whatever. Yeah. But there is a sense of like maybe unfairness because of how it happened. So would you want to have the good PR hit with that and maybe not lose a customer, a buyer who I'm sure this is not the first or the last time he would buy, in this kind of setting, auction setting, whatever. Do you want to lose a customer and get a bad PR hit for something like this when really what you're making off of it is probably pennies compared to your overall whatever you bring in usually revenue.
See, I get that, but then we're screwing the seller because the seller was an average Joe.
Seller, of course.
You need the sellers more than you need the buyers as an option.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Well, no seller will trust you ever again to give you as much money as you.
But it is interesting. I don't think that they've put out a statement yet. Maybe I don't. I think I think that's on purpose. I think they're waiting.
Oh yeah. They have their own Esquires right now going through all the books. Like, no, we gotta be sure. We gotta be sure before we say anything.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone has the same lawyer. That's funny. They all have Johnny Tucker. Yeah, I mean, I think for sure, if you have in-house counsel, the first thing they're going to tell you to do, whether they know what to do or not, is wait. Don't say anything.
Shut your mouth.
Right. Even if you're like, hey, you made a deal. I'm sorry. Buyers, this is like ultimate buyer beware type stuff, right? But they're going to say, don't say anything. Let's let the news cycle play out. Let's see what happens. Do we really need to do anything other than just, let people forget about it and then come down hard on this guy if he doesn't pay us? Whoa. I don't know. But
it's going to be fascinating.
It will be.
Fascinating stuff here. I mean, this is just like, you couldn't you can't write this stuff, man. 3 hours after the guy sells it, he's all happy, and then this guy unretires, and you get that kind of instant buyer's remorse. Like, what the hell did I just do? This is horrible. I don't know. We'll wait to see.
Mm-hmm. Listen to this, Mr. 3000 synopsis. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Aging baseball star who goes by the nickname Mr. 3000. Finds out many years after his retirement that he didn't quite reach 3,000 hits. Now at the age of 47, he's back to try and reach that goal.
I see.
Played by Bernie Mac, Mr. 3000.
Edwin is going to do this to someone now that he's an official baseball scorer.
Oh, yes.
Someone's going to hit a milestone.
He's going to do it to Jeter.
I got to audit all the stuff first. I got to audit everything first and then be like, hey, you missed it. But oh man, Mr. 3000.
There you go, bro. I'm surprised you don't know that movie, Edwin.
I do.
You know what? You know all the white guy baseball movies, but you don't know the Bernie Mac baseball movie, bro. What a
oh boy!
Come on, dude.
Edwin hates 42 so much. Thinks it's a dumb, boring movie.
Oh, hey! Hold on. Look, 42 wasn't very good, I'll admit, but it's nothing against the story what it's based on.
This is why we have someone on retainer, because Edwin says crazy HR violations at all times.
Edwin, call me, man.
I got you, bro. I got you. Good thing we got that connect going.
The heat has been cranked here. You need help.
Oh man, well, Danny, thank you so much for your legal advice and counsel here.
Yes,
we appreciate it. We will hit you up again when we have another situation like this.
When Edwin says something, when he gets us in trouble again.
Yeah,
inevitably it's gonna happen.
You have my number, man.
We'll do. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Big round of applause there for our friend there, Daniel Ferrer. And I don't know, I guess you don't do this type of law, so you don't have to promote what you're doing there. So that'll be kind of weird. But all right, hey, thanks again, man, and we'll talk to you soon. But
you got
Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Oh man, so
all right,
that was enlightening. All right, we learned some stuff here. I like it. I feel
shout out to Daniel.
Yeah, bro. I feel a whole lot smarter here.
That's way more interesting than anything Brady will ever do again on a football field. That's for sure.
It is
sure.
interesting though. There are some angles though. So there aren't. I don't know. Hey, I will say this.
You almost made Achilles joke.
Hold on. I will say this. We'll transition to the rest of NFL here, but I will say this. If you got $500,000 to bet on a football, to buy a football, you probably got some money for some good lawyers too. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
No, that's fine, but that doesn't mean that there's actually something there.
I don't know. But when you got that kind of money, you might be able to find a lawyer who can find something like that.
That's besides the point.
We'll see.
Besides the point.
We'll see. I think it's interesting because there's also, there's it's been a couple days, and we'll wait to see what the resolution is.
It was as advertised.
Yeah,
that's it.
I kind of agree with Edwin in the standpoint that if you have enough money, you could change the law, basically.
That's fine, but that doesn't mean there's a leg to stand on. Being rich
it doesn't matter. You don't always. You don't always need a leg to stand on according to the law. Sometimes these rich motherfuckers get away with murder.
Yeah, literally.
Okay? Literally get away with murder.
I know a guy. $250 and he got off pretty good. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
I understand that.
More.
We understand that the justice system is flawed, but as 3 human beings sitting here, we know there's no actual reason.
Well, that's why we brought on.
I mean, but how many times have you seen something and be like, oh, yeah, clear cut, this guy's going to jail, and then all of a sudden...
But that's not what I'm saying! How many times do I have to qualify it? Yes, I understand how the justice system works, and that it's flawed.
Okay.
Oh, man, here we go. Nice.
That guy he used to have a lot of money.
Dennis right there coming through, man. Oof. Anyway, all right. So
if they were wearing baseball uniforms, Edwin would know the white guy and not OJ Simpson.
Dude, what are you talking about, man? I don't want to be labeled as that guy here. Come on. Anyway, what's it? That's funny though.
Does anybody know who number 36 is?
I have no idea who that white guy is. I know OJ there. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So anyway, interesting little factoid I found out about Tom Brady here that I shared with you guys. How about this? I want to depress Gus here a little bit. So in 2013, Brady gets eliminated in the playoffs. The following year, 14, wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I saw
next year after that, loses, then wins the Super Bowl. Loses a playoff game, then wins the Super Bowl. Loses a playoff game, then won the 2020 Super Bowl. This last year, lost the playoff game. So if everything stays part of the course here to what we've been used to, then the history says that this year, upcoming, the Bucs are the favorite to win it because Brady's due for his, 8th Super Bowl or whatever. God, it's so gross. 8th Super Bowl championship for Tom Brady this year. That would be disgusting. Right. But I will say this. We talked about it last week, which the NFC is wide open, man. It's two teams. That's it. You know what I mean? It's the Rams and it's the Packers, and then everybody else is mediocre.
No, it's not the Packers. The Packers are Devonta Adams is not going to be there because stupid Aaron Rodgers took all the money.
Oh, yeah.
And they had the franchise Devonta Adams, and he said, fuck you.
Yeah.
But they're not going to win shit.
But you know how Green Bay does. They find ways to win regular season games. They get a seed, and that's it. And they're phonies. No, for sure. Phonies.
Exactly. They're not. Now that Brady's back, they're not even relevant.
But what I'm saying is Brady skyrockets and the Bucs skyrocket to, we were talking about Dak, maybe the 13. Yeah, Bucs are easily, up in the top 2 now, So, and again, remember, Brady almost won. He could have been MVP last season. He had that kind of season. You know what I'm saying? He led the league in passing through 40-something touchdowns and had the most passing yards in the NFL. Like the guy had a crazy year and could have won an MVP. Could have won a Super Bowl.
His retirement was phony. Coming back's phony. Everything about this guy is just breathtaingly boring. Everything.
And he hates his family, apparently.
Yeah. God. Oh, the memes that came out were so good, like 2 months at home and he's already like, all right, I'm done. I'm coming back. Can't take it. All right, so there's been some moves in the NFL.
Common Core math.
There's been some moves in the NFL. We've had some QB reshuffling here. You already mentioned one with Trubisky going to the Steelers. Brady comes back to the Bucs. Russell Wilson. And even Aaron Rodgers coming back and re-signing, that's good for them. Now
Teddy to Miami.
Teddy to Miami. I know Gus is all about that.
Yes, new starter.
I don't want that.
Homegrown.
I've seen what Teddy can do. Teddy's great.
I'll
fail with Tua before I just do mediocre with Teddy.
I'd rather fail with the homegrown guy.
Nah. We got a new phony alert here from Taylor. It says the Heat. What the fuck is happening? Losing leads left and right. Are we in trouble over there? Achilles, what's the score? What's going on?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
There's like 10 games left in the regular season. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we're good. We're coasting.
They're down by one. They're down by one with a little over 7 minutes.
I don't care. I just don't care anymore.
All right. So, and now today there was an interesting thing. So apparently the Browns made a visit today, or we're going to make a visit to Houston to talk to Deshaun Watson. Watson, who hasn't played in 2 years. Didn't play this past season. Didn't play the season before. Obviously mired in tons of controversy. How do they say it on F1?
Controversy.
It's great. Thanks, Dennis. Anyway,
no one can see our chat, right?
No, but I was just saying bye to Dennis.
No, you said thanks, Dennis. You didn't say bye, Dennis. You just said, oh, thanks, Dennis.
Yeah, thanks, Dennis. Like saying bye. Anyway, so Watson was getting visited by the Browns, right? Browns who are apparently done with Baker. From what I hear, Houston has no interest in Baker. Okay, they don't want Baker in any part of any deal here, but they are interested in, obviously getting rid of Watson, and the Browns are heavily interested in getting him. Now, this past weekend, I think it was the grand jury, and was it a grand? I don't. He had criminal charges dismissed, so there is no criminal aspect to what he's done. Doesn't mean he's innocent. And again, very clear here. He's just saying that there is going to be no criminal charges against Watson. Now he has 22 civil suits pending. My question to you is, if the feeling is here is that if he settles, right, these 22 suits, however many or whatever, but even if he settles one of them, that he's probably going to get suspended by Roger Goodell once he comes back. So that's a risk all these teams are taking, right? But my question is, if he somehow, because he's willing to not settle and he wants to fight all these charges, if he fights them and he gets 22 correct ticks in his favor that he beats all those charges, does he get suspended? Do you think he still deserves to get suspended for everything, or is the 2 years that he's been out of football enough?
You can't suspend someone for sitting out 2 years. That's not. Yeah. Just get rid of him if you think he's a piece of shit, like we all do.
Yeah,
but the NFL won't. So.
But I was just curious because I mean, that's kind of like always been the other thing is that people are saying like, whoever signs him, which is it's crazy. I heard the Panthers are in play here.
There's a lot of teams that are.
The Falcons I saw was another surprise team that was linked with him too. Considering they still got Matty Ice. I mean, it's interesting to see what's going to happen here. But my question,
he can go fuck himself.
Now, what I want to ask though is, out of all the quarterbacks that we mentioned here, what do you think has been the biggest move or potential move when you think of Watson that's happened here? What do you think has the bigger ramifications moving forward for next season?
Out of all the quarterbacks?
Out of all the quarterback stories that we just talked about here.
It has to be Russell Wilson.
The Russell Wilson one? Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, like we talked about, they're not going to win a Super Bowl, but they're infinitely better than they were last year now. You know what I mean? That's a huge move for them. And then the other two moves are just status quo. It's not like, whoa, big movement. Just stupid Aaron Rodgers stayed in stupid Green Bay and stupid Tom Brady stayed in stupid Tampa. Like, that's not
exactly.
But it's still a big move in the sense that stupid, Aaron Rodgers messed up my whole prediction of what I was going with. So fuck him.
Okay, fine. It had personal ramifications.
Yes, exactly.
But it means absolutely nothing to the way the league was structured. It's literally exactly the same.
All right. Well, okay. I'm going to tell you this. I think that there is a move here that we're not talking about that I actually think might have more ramifications and more surprise ramifications than any of the ones that you mentioned here. For instance, Aaron Rodgers, we feel like we know what's going to happen. We've heard this song. We've seen this dance. We know what's going to happen, right? Last week, you guys were pretty adamant, Achilles in particular, that Russell Wilson to the Broncos was, moving up to third place in the West. Not much better. They're not, there's too much competition. It really doesn't, change them into a contender because they still need other pieces. Although today they got Randy Gregory from the Cowboys. I'm just saying they're making moves. So good for them. Now, Brady coming back for the Bucs, I think has ramifications. I think that is obviously gonna do stuff. But the one move here that I think is kind of quietly, and I know you guys are I really think Mitchell Trubisky to the Steelers it's a scary move. It's a scary move. Mike Tomlin, phenomenal coach. He can do it. It's not Mason Rudolph, which they know they couldn't get him anything. And it's not Big Ben, which Big Ben last season, was he was the decrepit thing out there throwing the football around for 4 quarters.
I don't know what Mitch Trubisky games you've seen, but the ones that I've seen, he's trash, bro. He's
won more games than he's lost.
I don't care about how much he won. He throws the ball terribly.
That's what the whole football is. It's winning games. The guy wins games somehow.
Fucking Tim Tebow won games, bro. That guy sucks as a quarterback.
Didn't win games,
yes, he did.
Bro.
Yes, he fucking did.
What are you talking about?
Fine, he won.
But that's what you're saying about Mitch Trubisky.
But Mitch Trubisky's done it longer. He didn't do it for one weird season that Tebow did, throwing 2 passes and running. Like Mitch Trubisky went out there, threw for touchdowns, ran for some, did everything, played like a decent, competent quarterback.
Trubisky just needs to be Ryan Tannehill.
And that's why I'm saying it's scary.
I don't even think he's Ryan Tannehill. I think he's worse than Tannehill.
No, Mitch Trubisky.
He's not.
All right, would you take Mitch Trubisky or Kirk Cousins? Mitch Trubisky's getting what, like 2 years, $14 million?
Bro, what are you talking about?
Hold on. I'm saying, look, think about it this way, though. I'm saying, think about it this way.
Contractually, Mitch Trubisky, because Kirk Cousins got $40 million guaranteed for 2023. Yes. The guy, the ski mask is stuck on his face, bro.
So
it's just stuck.
See, so Gus gets it there. Point for you, Gus, because here's my thing. Trubisky, this is why to me this move is the scariest movie, because Trubisky's coming in 2 years, $14 million, that's $7 million per, right? To a team that is gonna it still has some weapons on there. They were pretty good, and at times, even with that old man Roethlisberger running around out there, they almost contended. They were still in the playoff until late in the season. Like, this could be the Browns are going to be bad. The Bengals, as much as I love the Bengals, you could have a slump here in a second year or what is it, post Super Bowl year. It's hard to bring it all back together. Although they're a young and up and coming team, I'd like my chances with them. And the Ravens are going to be, the Ravens are still going to be good. But I like the combination of Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh, and what they're doing, and having somebody there, like you said, like a Tannehill, somebody that could just get the job done.
He's a 2-year transition guy.
Yeah, he's a placeholder quarterback.
They're going to draft someone.
Yeah.
Or next year they'll bring someone else in.
Yeah, I absolutely. But I think for this year, it's a little scary. I think that they could do some stuff there. I think he's the right guy for that team.
They can win like maybe one more game. Maybe. But again, maybe two.
I think I remember looking it up. I think his career record is like 9 or 10 games over 500, man, which is, considering he was on a Bears team that we look at like trash. He made 2 playoff trips with the Bears, Again, like,
yeah, but that was Khalil Mack.
When I think Bears, I think great defensive team.
Well, hold on. Well, Khalil Mack wasn't on the Bears when he was there. Khalil Mack was a Raider.
They had someone that they just traded, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they traded Khalil Mack to the Bears a couple of seasons ago. But remember, Trubisky was there from a few seasons before. Last season, he was at Buffalo. He was the backup for Josh Allen, and I think the year before that, he was benched on the Bears the COVID year. So I think Khalil Mack, he was with Khalil Mack like 1 year, and I don't think it was a playoff year. But anyway, he's still 2 seasons. He's somehow won. I feel like he's one of those weird quarterbacks where, again, association is, I think of him, that guy sucks. But then when I looked at his things, I was like, wow, this guy's not bad. He's not good, but he's
quarterbacks
not bad,
that don't suck don't get benched. I'm sorry.
Hey, Drew Brees got benched. He got benched for Phillip Rivers, and that's why they let him go from San Diego.
Oh yeah, he got benched for a Hall of Famer. Like,
well, at the time, Phillip Rivers was a rookie. Phillip Rivers was a rookie, and he was the incumbent that couldn't keep his job. Similar situation to what we see a lot now. I mean, I don't want to just leave it all on that, but anyway, it's gonna be interesting.
You said it. Mitch Trubisky is Drew Brees. You said it. Everyone heard it. You said it.
I'm not saying he is.
No, too late.
I'm not saying he is. Shut up.
Too late.
Shut up. I'm not saying he is. I'm saying that there could be a path here where you have some type of similar story here. I mean, who knows? But
by the way, Kirk Cousins, in 8 seasons, has made over $230 million.
Son of a bitch, dude. Hasn't that? If there's one thing that's
like Patrick Mahomes' contract,
bro. If there's one thing that Kirk Cousins is good at, is not winning games or important football games. It's how to. He'd be a great general manager. That guy knows how to sign good contracts.
Yeah. Bro, you know what it is? He wins just enough games so that they have to what's it called? So they don't sign him to long-term contracts where he makes less per year. He's like, yo, give me those 1-2 season contracts where I'm making guaranteed 30-something, 40 mil. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, speaking of, did you see the details were released today on the contract for Aaron Rodgers? His salary for next season is like, I believe, $47 million. That's a lot of money for 17 games. But that's not the best part. His salary for the following year, $59 million. That second year is so heavy.
They're gonna lose so much. It's gonna be so hilarious.
And then it's like 40-something million his third and final year. Which
they're gonna have to draft all wide receivers this year.
He's gonna literally be throwing to shopping carts.
I'm telling you, dude, it's so freaking gross.
Good. He deserves all bad things that happen to him. That guy can also go fuck himself.
Heater up, 92-89.
More than, see, like Brady is just boring. Whatever. Aaron Rodgers is a trash person and deserves all bad things.
Bro, that's why every single hot girlfriend he's ever had has left him.
They get suckered in by his bullshit spiritual, oh, I read books and I understand philosophy bullshit, and then they hang out with him for a year and they're like, oh, this guy's full of shit. I'm out of here. He's just a boring loser.
Oh, man. All right.
Oh, terrible.
So, all that news happened on the weekend. All that stuff happened, and it took away from some of the other news that was happening, which was Selection Sunday. We're officially in bracket season, guys. This is the time where we show that we know nothing about basketball, but we can, we can pick some games.
But people can guess, baby, and guess well.
We're very good.
Have you guys joined the Lemon City bracket yet?
That's what we want to talk about.
I haven't made my bracket. I haven't finished it, but I already joined.
We got the 2 playing games.
Yes.
The 4 playing games, whatever, today and tomorrow. So we got time.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely have time for that. But with that being said, though, we got so much going on. I wanted to announce that we are going to be doing our group this year, like we did last year. Our prize for right now, we're going to keep it like how it was last year. It was very successful. We had a good turnout last season. We had something like over 100-something different brackets that people joined. You could put in multiple brackets. It's okay. You can be the guy with 16 brackets. That's kind of shitty, but you could be that guy if you wanted. No,
then you're out for a prize. You can't put in 400 raffle tickets and then guarantee
numbers game, bro. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. He's taking a lot of shots. You got to give him some credit. Yeah. Anyway, I'm a man of integrity, and I only threw two brackets. I don't know. This year is a little different. I haven't watched but like one game of college. I have no idea, dude. I don't know what's going on.
When's the last time you watched more than one college basketball game?
I didn't even watch Coach K's last game. I didn't even watch Coach K's last game, dude. No. I sold out my dude.
What you're implying is that in years past, you watched a ton of college basketball.
Yeah, maybe not a ton. Maybe like 2 or 3 more. Something like that. All right. With that being said, though, this year's prize, we're gonna do it again. If you win, you get to have a shirt from our shop, preferably the Heat and 3 shirt for free. We'll send it out to you, so we can celebrate a Heat championship, and you can look sweet as hell.
Yes.
But we'll elaborate.
Or an F1 or FU shirt.
F1 or FU shirt. We got plenty of options there. The Gus has already put the links, or I think it was Gus put the links in the chat there. So if you want to join the group, or was that Achilles, whichever one of you, thank you for that. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can go ahead and chime and join the group there. Share it, tell your friends. Once the tournament starts, we'll lock it up so no more entries can come in, unlike that guy last season who tried to be sneaky. Anyway, we'll put that out there, and we'll have a good time, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll show that we know nothing about college basketball, but see if you can beat us. Nobody
Even though we don't know anything about college basketball, we still put some thought into the picks.
For sure.
So what are the things that you look for in the teams? Like, everyone goes into this with certain criteria. They're like, you know what? These are the things that I think make a good tournament team.
Okay.
I love assists, rebounds, free throws.
Oh man, you're looking at stuff I don't even look at. First, I look at uniforms. Okay. Which team, better
looking? Which one has the cutest mascot?
Yeah, which better looking team? I look at that. We got some. Xavier. Hey, there we go. Trubisky, I trust. Look at that, bro. Man knows what's up. By the way, check out Xavier's latest. He's one of our new contributors to LemonCityLive.com. Yep. He's covering the Inter Miami beat, so go check it out. LemonCityLive.com and check out his latest work. Thank you, Xavier. I appreciate that, and he understands. There's something there about that Trubisky thing. It's sneaky good. I look at uniforms, and then honestly, I look at the trends, which is every year, or I think it's 21 out of the last 25 years, a 12 seed has won. At least one 12 seed has advanced. So
you don't have the stones to take a 12 seed all the way to the promised land.
Hold on.
You are covered in chalk dust, dude.
I'm not taking them all the way to the promised land here, okay? But I am making. I will. I'm not going to just sit here and pick favorites. I will take that into my account. No, I pick at least 112 to advance out of the first round every year. That's all.
Wow.
Hey, You're asking me what goes into my criteria for picking. I'm telling you, I look at some historical trends.
There's nothing wrong with picking chalk, but don't act like, I picked one game that wasn't chalk.
I keep that in mind. I'm going for perfection, all right? I'm going for perfection, and I know perfection is going to involve probably at least 112 making it out of the first. Maybe it's the second round. Last season, Oregon State, I believe, made it all the way to the Elite Eight. You know?
You would never choose a 12 seed to go to the Elite Eight, ever.
I don't know, man. Maybe if it was Duke, I probably would. So... Anyway, that's what.
Yeah, because Duke would be a 12 seed ever in the history of college basketball.
What seed is Auburn this season?
Is there? Speaking of Duke, yeah, Auburn is a 2 seed. Speaking of Duke, is there a short list of names to replace Coach K?
No, they already have a successor. It's this former player who's assistant coach. Oh. Yeah, he's been grooming him for a few years, and they named him I think before last season. He said, "Look, I'm going to coach you some years, and this guy's going to take over." So, yeah, they already have. They got the plan in place already, you know?
Yeah.
See, Xavier saying he could be the sleeper QB. He knows what's up, man. That guy knows. He understands it. Gus, what do you...
a garbage truck.
I know. Trust me. It's the weirdest thing I've ever said. It's the weirdest, most uncomfortable take I've ever had. But I can't... Again, the way I look at my picks and I do a little bit of homework, I did a little bit of homework on that. And I was like, wow, this makes me feel weird.
He doesn't throw any pick sixes.
I'm sorry. The fact that he's the only guy in the NFL that hasn't done that.
80% luck.
No, active quarterback in the NFL to not have. I'm like, wow, because again, I associate that guy with trash. I'm like, of course he's thrown a pick six. Of course he's fumbled it. Of course he's thrown a bunch of interceptions. That guy's lost a bunch of games, but no, he hasn't thrown a pick six. Hasn't actually lost that many games.
Pick six
and he's never
a lot of luck.
Like I can't deny the fact that he's actually done some stuff good. You know, and I don't even like the Bears. And I forgot that he was
not throwing a pick six is not a skill.
It's not like I'm
not going to throw this.
It's a shocking fact.
He's going to run it back for six. No,
it's just a shocking fact that I would not have associated with him.
That's fine. You can think it's shocking, but you're framing it as it's a good positive for him.
I'm saying it was a shockingly positive thing that of all the guys he was at. It doesn't carry that much weight. But anyway, Gus, what do you go into your what's your thinking here when you're doing your picks here?
Oh, I look at the numbers. I like to compare the two teams. I sometimes like to compare how they've played against each other's conferences, if there is any crossover.
Yeah, dude, ESPN has that awesome little thing where it puts all the
Okay, the real question here: how long does it take you to fill out your bracket? Because it takes me like as quick. I spend about a good 10 seconds at most per matchup. That's how long it takes you to click on that little info screen. See that they've played a couple. Okay, all right.
You know why? Because it's like, let me click it, favorite. Let me click it, favorite.
I don't.
Favorite. Oh, wait, I like this 12 seed.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can pull up last year's brackets, and I bet you I beat you because you with all your thinking and my strategy, I bet you I beat you, and I picked upsets. I have upsets. I never end up with the top 4.
Is for cowards and stock.
I'm not a chalk guy. Get out of here. All right, so let's talk about the real thing here, bro. Let's break it down. I've been waiting to do this here. We have 3 people. We have a fair, whatchamacallit. There we go. Pull it up. Boom. Let me take off this thing so I can see the whole thing properly. All right. The ultimate right here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This is the ultimate cereal bracket. All right. I think this is fascinating because it's already been 1 through 16 has been put up there. We had no input on this whatsoever. So there's no, thing. Somebody determined that Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a number 1 seed. I think that's up for debate, but I don't know how you guys feel about it. So I think it's interesting here. We have 3 people on this panel.
We're not going to reseed this.
No, we're not going to reseed this. No. So this is why I think it's great. But I'm curious to see which one is going to go all the way here. All right. There's 3 of us here. Majority wins. We're going to go through these matchups here. All right.
But you're right. No, this list is already phony. That Apple Jacks is ahead of Fruity Pebbles, bro. Phony bracket.
See?
Hey, but just like in real life, sometimes the real life brackets are like, really, you put this team over that team? Like,
all right. So let's look at this here and tell me pick one. Which is the most egregious seating here on this? Is it for you?
Apple Jacks Fruity Pebbles. Who eats Apple Jacks?
I love Apple Jacks.
The last time you ate Apple Jacks was in 1995.
Hey, Apple Jacks, delicious.
No, bullshit. You have not touched
Love
Apple
it all
Jacks.
the time. I could honestly tell you, I don't need Fruity Pebbles.
since they were a little kid and they came in those little boxes.
I do not eat Fruity Pebbles. That's not in my rotation at all.
That's fine, but the earth eats Fruity Pebbles.
I don't know. So I have no problem with that. My glaring seating issue here, I see a couple, but I think the biggest one here is Lucky Charms at 13. There's nothing lucky about 13, bro. That's super underrated there, bro. I think Lucky Charms can go far in this tournament, bro.
And it's not Crunch Berries. No one likes regular Captain Crunch, bro.
You know, regular Captain Crunch is actually underrated, bro. It does come in clutch when you haven't had it for a while.
That's fine.
It's got good lasting appeal.
That's fine. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not as good as Crunch Berry.
I'm a peanut butter crunch kind of guy.
Gotcha. So you're good. Gus is good with that 2 seed on his favorite cereal there.
100%.
So what's your egregious one there? What are you looking at? Like, wow.
Oh no, it was Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms, okay.
Yeah, number 13. Come on.
All right, so let's do this. All right.
Ridiculous.
The 116 matchup here: Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Life. What?
Stop.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. All right. I'm not big on Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but yeah, I don't think I've ever had Life. I don't think I've ever had Life. So. Oh, here we go. Look, we got people. Look, Apple Jacks. Yeah, we got some love for Apple Jacks.
Guaranteed 90s people for sure.
Alex says Cookie Crisp. Is it on here? Where's Cookie Crisp?
I saw it. I thought I saw it.
I don't even
see it.
know.
No, it's not. Oh, we got no
outside looking in.
Oh, that was the last four out. Last four out.
Burst.
Yeah, it happens.
Bubble burst on them. All right, so we got the 1 seed advances. All right.
Stop it.
The 8-9 seed here.
That's a good matchup to me.
8-9 here. Frosted Mini Wheats or Cocoa
never mind.
Puffs?
I thought
Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, I thought it was the chocolate frosted mini wheats are delicious, but regular mini wheats, that's garbage. Get that out of my face.
All right, so you're going what? Cocoa Puffs?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Cocoa Puffs it is. So we got.
Let me guess. Oh, I don't really eat Cocoa Puffs.
No, I definitely love Cocoa Puffs, man. My name is Coco, and I swing from the trees. Oh no, because everybody loves my Cocoa Krispies. That was another one, but same thing. Cocoa Puffs, Cocoa Krispies was the same ones. All right, here we go. All right, George says his vote is for Cocoa Puffs. All right. Here we go. Honey Bunches of Oats. And
I'm going with the 12 seed. I'm taking the 12 seed rule.
Oh, so we got a 12. Gus, what are you going with?
Oh, Frosted Flakes.
Oh, so it's up to me.
Frosted Flakes.
Oh, it's up to me here. Do we have the 12 going through?
12 seed, baby.
12? Hell no, man. It's all about their great. So we're going Frosted Flakes, bro.
Delicious.
Frosted Flakes.
Alex, that cereal was Smacks.
Smacks. Yes. Oh, that's right. Because, I was thinking, I was confusing Smacks with Apple Jacks. No, I like Apple Jacks even more than Smacks, bro. That's where I was going.
No one in America has bought those cereals after 1995 and only in the little kid size that you get like at a continental breakfast.
You know nothing here. All right, big one here. Captain Crunch at 4 seed. Lucky Charms at 13. What do we got?
This is the real upset because Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms all day.
It shouldn't even be an upset. They should be flipped.
Yeah. That's,
you know what I mean?
That was improper seeding.
Lucky Charms had some injuries early in the season. They lost a couple of games. Yeah. They dropped a couple of seeds, but they're back at full strength.
Yep. Lucky Charms definitely let it down there. But I think this is they're the Cinderella of this tournament, bro. I think they could go far. All right.
The leprechaun was hiring prostitutes for
some of that stuff happened there. Here we go. All right.
FBI investigation.
He was giving out some of that gold from the pot of gold, bro.
Yep. Here we go. The 6-11 matchup here. Fruit Loops and Rice Krispies. George says he's got Fruit Loops going.
I agree.
I'm with Fruit Loops.
I'm a Rice Krispies guy. I love
you're Rice Krispies? Ooh, one for Rice Krispies. They're
Rice Krispie treat are good, but
I can't stand Rice Krispie treats, bro. Too sweet for me. Too much.
I love Rice Krispies. I don't even have to put sugar on it.
Yeah, Fruit Loops is solid here. All right, so we got the 6 seed advancing. All right. Let's see here. Okay, the 3-14 matchup here. Honey Nut Cheerios and Trix.
Honey Nut Cheerios all day, bro. It's good for your cholesterol.
I like fruity cereals, man. Give me Trix over Honey Nut Cheerios any day of the week.
Okay, all right. Let's see here. What do we got? Fruit, wet or dry. I like Fruit Loops wet. I like certain other cereals dry. And actually, you know what? My potential number 1 seed, I just realized, is not on this bracket. Unbelievable.
Oof.
Corn Pops. Who the fuck is Corn Pops?
Corn Pops dry
is the best.
Yep.
The best. That was the automatic final.
Please.
Automatic finals. So, whoever FanDuel, you all fucked this up, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So back to the matchup here. Honey Nut Cheerios and Tricks. Man,
You're the decider, Edwin.
I don't like either. I don't think I've had good Tricks.
Doesn't matter. Make a decision.
I'm gonna go. I've enjoyed Honey Nut Cheerios more than I've ever enjoyed Tricks.
That's
and
fine.
I've by a hair. All right, so we got the 3 goes advancing. All right, Apple Jacks and Fruity Pebbles here. Apple Jacks.
Fruity Pebbles, baby.
Oh, Fruity Pebbles. God, man, dude, I'm actually upset here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm actually upset. All right,
Apple Jacks.
number 10 with the upset. Number 10 with the upset. All right, and the last matchup of the first round here: Reese's Puffs versus Special K. 215 match here, bro.
I had a Reese's peanut butter cup today, son. I love Reese's Puffs.
Achilles, what do you got?
Some of those, the Special K berry is very delicious, but this is regular Special K. I don't want any of that.
Okay, so we're going Reese's.
But there are some good Special K ones, bro.
There are some
they're
good.
good.
Yeah,
they have different flavors.
I was gonna vote Special K. I'm not a big Reese's peanut butter puffs fan, man. So I was gonna vote Special K.
Too bad there isn't just cream of wheat or whatever that disgusting old people cereal is. I guarantee you that's your favorite, Edwin.
You know it. All right,
Like
so
the
here we
really big giant squares of wheat with no
Heck yeah,
frosting or
anything. Alex says Nesquik cereal. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Special K with strawberries, also solid. All right, here we go. The 1-8 matchup. We got Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus Cocoa Puffs.
I literally ate these together not long ago. Like I bought a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and I bought a box of Cocoa Puffs and I mixed that shit.
Man, that sounds pretty good. I gotta vote for this. I know who I'm voting here, but
I
what do you
already
got?
voted. I already said Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs. What about you, Achilles?
No. I want to be the decider.
Oh, you want to be the decider? All right, I'm a Cocoa Puffs guy, so there's nothing to decide.
I was gonna go Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
So Cocoa Puffs with the win. So the number 8 seed advances here.
Upset.
All right, the upset is the number 1 has busted the bracket already, bro. Here we go. All right, the 5 and 13 match. We got Frosted Flakes versus Lucky Charms. Oh man,
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms, easy for me. I don't think.
Charms.
All right. Ooh, that sets up an interesting what is this, Elite 8 matchup next year? All right. The 6 versus the 3. We got Fruit Loops versus Honey Nut Cheerios.
I already told you, I fall on fruity cereals pretty much 99% of the time. So
okay.
Fruit Loops.
All right.
Gus, what do you got?
Honey Nut Cheerios, baby.
Oh, so we got
decider.
Man. Oh, Honey Nut Cheerios, man. No, it's gonna be Fruit Loops, baby.
Yeah!
The fruit to the loops. So Fruit Loops advances here.
I have Honey Nut Cheerios in my pantry right now.
I don't like Honey Nut Cheerios is like Cheerios for kids, like for babies. I don't know. I never really enjoyed it. Like it's just that's what you give.
The ultimate baby food. They're just like
right. They're just like every time I see Honey Nut Cheerios or Cheerios, it's like a baby eating it, like with
learning to use their like motor functions.
Yeah, like I never see them do that with Fruit Loops or any of that stuff. So to me, I was like, no, that's just not good. I'm not a fan.
Because Honey Nut Cheerios is actually like healthy, or quote unquote.
Yeah, I think Frosted Cheerios is pretty good, and then there's like chocolate Cheerios. I think I had one.
Those are
chocolate
good.
Cheerios snacks.
All right, here we go. Big matchup here. The number 10 Fruity Pebbles versus number 2 Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs. Ooh, we have an issue here. We got Reese's fandom here from Fungus here against Fruity Pebbles. Achilles, I'm assuming you're going Fruity Pebbles, huh?
I'm going Fruity Pebbles, man.
Shit. Bro, I don't like any of these. Really? But where do I, where's the more interesting matchup here? I gotta.
You don't like the Fruity Pebbles, Edwin? You don't like the Fruity cereals?
I like Fruity cereals. I never really had Fruity Pebbles when I was a kid growing up. You know, I also had a lot of those cheap generic ones. You know, those bags that you get at the bottom of the aisle. But you know what? Fruity Pebbles. I'm gonna go Fruity Pebbles because Fred Flintstone Baby had some really cool commercials when I was a kid, bro. And I used to know all the songs. You know, I used to know all the cereal songs. So I'll go with Fruity Pebbles, number 10. All right, so the final 4 is set, bro. This is exciting here. Final 4, matchup number 1.
What are they? Wait. Read out the final 4.
The final 4?
Yeah.
Cocoa Puffs, Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, and Fruity Pebbles.
Bro,
fruity cereal Fruity cereal and fruity cereal crime.
Oh man, this is gonna be a tough one here, man. We got a tough matchup here. All right.
Gus gets to be the decider on this first one.
Okay, Gus is the decider. All right.
He hasn't been the decider yet.
All right, so number 8 seed Cocoa Puffs versus number 13 Lucky Charms. Oh man.
What do you got, Edwin?
I'm riding Cinderella to the finals, baby. Lucky Charms 13. Ooh. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Going Cocoa Puffs.
Oh no.
Gus, decide.
Gus is gonna go Cocoa
baby.
Puffs.
Yeah!
Oh. Yeah, dude, how you gonna do me like that? That's Lucky Charms, bro. Can't believe you guys turned your back on the leprechaun. All right, here we go. This is as fruity as it gets here. Number 6, Fruit Loops versus number 10, Fruity Pebbles. Which fruit spelling are you going with here? Who's the decider here?
I'm gonna go with Fruit Loops, just because they don't sog as quickly.
That's a good point. Achilles, I'm assuming you're going Fruity Pebbles, huh?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite cereals all time.
Well, it looks like another one of the Cinderella stories is coming to an end here, bro, because I'm going Fruit Loops, and if this was Fruit Loops with marshmallows, that would win the whole thing.
Follow your nose.
Yeah, just follow your nose. Yeah, Toucan Sam all the way. I love that they spell it fruit, FORROOT, let's see what George says. Got to add the sound it makes when adding milk to the vote. Are you okay?
I was assuming that these are all being eaten with milk.
Yeah. I got to keep it fair here.
If you are pouring the cereal on top of the milk, then don't even vote.
I've known a couple of people who do that.
Yeah, they're all serial killers.
Yeah.
That's one of those sociopath tests.
Yeah. Oh, boy. All right. So the grand finale. Here we go. The final of the cereal bracket here. We have an 8-6 matchup here. We got Cocoa Puffs going up against Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops, the 6 seed here. Cocoa Puffs, the number 8. I think I want Achilles to be the decider on this because I think Gus is gonna go Cocoa Puffs, and I'm clearly on the Fruit Loops train here. Gus, are you going Cocoa Puffs?
100%.
I had a feeling. Okay, and I'm going Fruit Loops here. So Achilles, it's on you. Are you gonna turn your back on your love of fruity cereals and go with the one you had recently in Cocoa Puffs? Or are you gonna vindicate for your fallen comrades here in Fruity Pebbles and go with the other fruit cereal here? What is it?
Way to lead the witness, my friend. God.
So here it is, Achilles. You are
much pressure.
He needs some milk.
That's what you need. You gotta
Why
give
do you have that sound?
I don't know, bro. I got a bunch of weird stuff here.
Bruh.
All right, give it to us here. Who is gonna be the champion of the first ever cereal bracket?
Bing bong.
I gotta go with my head and not my heart.
Oh,
I gotta go Cocoa Puffs. Sorry.
Cocoa Puffs.
Fruit Loops is my least favorite of the fruity cereals.
Oh my god. Wow, I really thought I had you. I thought I had you with the Fruit Loops there, bro. I'm kind of bummed out, man.
You don't know me. You think you're gonna fucking guilt trip me into making a different decision? That wasn't impassioned speech. It was a great closing argument, but the facts are the facts, man. Sorry.
See, George was getting it. He was like, no.
Way to stab the fruity cereals in the bag of kids.
Yeah, dude, you turned your back because you said, the fruity cereals. We had the numbers there. We had 3 in the final 4, and you turned your back on 3 of them, man.
I just Michael Massey'd your ass to make this more interesting, bro.
By the way, on this day,
there we go.
In 44 BC.
Yeah!
What the F?
Julius Caesar is stabbed to death by Brutus and Cassius and several other Roman senators on the Ides of March in Rome.
Fruity Pebbles just said to Achilles.
Oh, look at that, dude. That is that was
that little Shakespeare drop for you, bro?
Yeah. Good stuff. Look at you guys. All right. Solid dismount there with the on this day.
Hey, anytime you got BC, you know it's going to be a good one.
For sure.
Yeah.
Anytime you get BC before cereal, you know what I mean? You know it's going to be good. All So wow, I'm honestly I'm still a little shocked. I'm still a little shocked here, bro. I really. This first off, the seating was all incorrect. The fact the omission of corn pops,
FanDuel did a terrible job.
FanDuel did a terrible job. No corn pops.
You know what it is? They tried to have healthy cereals in there. Stop it.
Yeah,
Just
Special
no.
K over corn pops as a
Stop
15, and who's the 16 Life cereal? You mean to tell me Special K and Life is better than corn pops?
Oh,
you Smacks?
You want a good fat guy tip? Buy corn pops.
Yeah.
Buy what's the whipped cream that you can get in a can, like in a
Cool Whip,
a plastic Cool Whip.
Oh,
and just like that, bro.
That sounds horrible, but delicious at the same time.
Very good. That's something me and my dad used to do when I was little.
Holy shnikes, dude! Wow.
And that's why I look like this today.
Oh, that's hey, there you go. The more you know, you know.
It's good though. I'm telling you.
Edwin, I know you must be happy that baseball's coming back.
I'm a little happy.
That's why on this day.
Hey, hold on. Wait, is it? What is this? Is it a spicy sports nugget?
Sure.
No.
Spicy sports nugget.
It on this day, spicy sports nugget, right?
Woo!
Yeah,
there we go. Double.
Give it to me.
With 10 salaried players, the Cincinnati Red Stockings become baseball's first professional team.
Yeah.
Whoa, baseball is born. Look at that.
In 1869. How about that?
Yeah. Hey, 69. Good year.
Oh.
Hey-o. Wow. Actually, you know what I read today that and I'm sorry I don't have the information on it. I don't have or all the facts on it, but Ken Griffey Jr. is apparently still getting paid by the Reds this season. He had like some deferment thing, kind of like Bobby Bonilla on a contract.
Nice.
And it's going to make him one of their higher paid players. He might be the highest paid Red this season because they're in a rebuild. And
that's awesome.
That is funny, dude, that they're going to be paying Ken Griffey Jr. that kind of money. It's like a few million. It's something like 3.2 million or something. I don't know if it's as long as Bobby Bowes or if it's just 1 year or what, but there was something there. I came across it and it was shocking, you know, to put it nicely there. But man, that was a good show, bro. I feel like we were very productive. We had a lawyer on today, bro. That was the first for the show. We've had psychologists, we've had reporters, we've had journalists and TV personalities, athletes, coaches. Now we got a lawyer, bro. We got to put that on the resume there. You know. Are we missing anything? Anything that we forgot? Anything that we should mention here before we bounce out?
Finish watching Drive to Survive, everyone. Get ready for the season.
Oh,
Get stacked.
Solid. What's the update on the Heat game here, real quick, before we bounce?
They won. They won.
They won?
1-0 something. Yeah, of course.
Bro. There you go, man. Get out of here.
105-98.
There we go. Solid. Who did we play?
The Pistons.
Detroit.
Bro, that's easy, bro. I don't see Ben Wallace lining up. I don't see no Tayshaun Prince.
Ben Wallace, my all-time favorite player.
I don't see no Tayshaun Prince. Tayshaun Prince was, to me, like what Mitchell Trubisky might be for the Steelers. He was just that guy that was just good where he was, but he wasn't good anywhere else. Like, he went to other teams. It's just, but he fit there. I hated him. So anyway, legit shocked me. What was that?
This is for Edwin.
Oh, here we go.
Alex Ovechkin scored his 767th career goal, passing Jaromir Jagr for third on the all-time NHL leaderboard.
Wow, dude, that's what's up.
And he's only 34. He's only 34 goals shy of Gordie Howe.
Listen,
bro.
Ovi can play forever because he's actually a fun and interesting guy. Yeah. Unlike Brady and Jeter and all these other boring losers. Ovi shows that you can have personality and be fun and also be great. You don't have to be a boring asshole.
Yeah. Solid. 100% accurate. All right. I think that's a proper dismount there. Unless you got another spicy sports nugget, I'm ready to wrap up here. Gussie, are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Big thank you to Taylor, George, Alex, everybody who participated in the chat, everybody who hung out with us tonight. Big thank you to our guest earlier, Daniel Ferrer, Esquire. That's a cool title. I like the Esquire thing. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty tight. Xavier, everybody else who commented and hung out with us. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Tuesday night. We'll be back next week. Have a wonderful, safe week, and we'll see you guys soon. So good night and adios, muchachos.